Welcome. We're going to, for this stream, open up Transformers Defender version 6, Brutal Fang. So, like a lot of my Blokees stuff, I got this from AliExpress. I put a link in the description, which AliExpress store I got it from. I don't get anything. It's just a link to a good price for it. So if you're interested, shop around, but that was the best price I could find at the time that I bought it. So Defenders version 6. We're going to get the final components we'll need for, or at least the final figures we'll need to form Blokees. I still need to find the Blokees add-on or accessory box so that we can build them later. Need to find it at a good price. Right now it's like hugely inflated on AliExpress. So this set will, for the first time, we'll have some Beast Wars figures. In fact, here on the top of the box, we see some art of the figures. And on the front, we see all the figures we're going to get. Optimus Primal and Megatron will both have special versions, and I believe they're called armored up versions. The armored up versions right here are going to be rarer. They're a 1 in 44, which if I remember right, I think that is going to be 1 in every 6 boxes could have one of those, and and then 1 of every 5 boxes will have one of these. But the way they're distributed, we will get some sort of special. It'll either be a Megatron or a Primal or Optimus Primal. It just depends on if we'll get the less rare one or the super rare one. So on the other side of the box, we've got the Combaticons components and what Blokees would look like after he's combined. On the other side, we just have a Blokees logo. On the back, we just have some text, and on the bottom there is nothing. So let's start by getting the box open. Hello, Firewall. How are you doing tonight? We're gonna get ourselves some Beast Wars. So it's gonna be a good night. Let's figure out what special we're gonna get. Defender set, so we're gonna get something shiny. All right. Is that? Yeah, this set's gonna be good. We got a lot. I think there's gonna be a lot of good set. I don't know if there's gonna be a bad figure in this set. All right, so open up 12 boxes for us to get it. And let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can play. Can I get this set up without ripping the box? Some perforation along here. Got that. Oh, this one's almost going too smoothly. They did that. So they when on the Devastator box, they did the same thing. You know, I would think if they were going to feature Bruticus on here, they would go ahead and make one of these slots, or maybe even two of these slots, the accessory pack. But nope, that's going to be sold separately. But yeah, they did that with Devastator, except for they didn't. So they had Devastator up here, just like they did Bruticus, but they didn't have on the side like they do on this one. Oops, I did rip the box. Yep, that looks ugly. All right, I'm going to skip this part because I've already ripped the box. So I'm just going to do this. We've all seen, I think we've seen what the box look like in the store. Okay, so let's start off with, nope, we're going to start from this side, and then we'll go, actually we'll go, I usually do this, then we'll do the next row, then we'll do the next row, then we'll do the back row. Yeah, Devastator was in the top of the box art, and I think it was on this box. I don't have a, do I have a box around here? I don't see the box around, I have handy. Let's go ahead and we'll zoom in. So here is our box. We got Art of Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron on the front. We got the nice holograms. We got Bruticus art on the side. We got text on the side. Logos up here. It says 9.9 up here. I don't know what that means. At the bottom we have more of that text. And then we have all our figures. And let's see, it looks like Blastoff is going to come with one of 3 coins. So we'll see what coins we get. I am kind of hoping if we get, I'm kind of hoping, I want to get, I think I want to get Armored Primal. I think that's this, if we get this, the rarest one, I think that's the one I'd rather have. So, because I like his swords. It doesn't look like the regular one or the special or the shiny one have swords. So I think we need those swords. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, now let's start by opening it up. Remember, always cut away from yourself. All right, first we're going to take out the bag. And there is a card in here. That will be our spoiler. So let's see what the bag has. Well, we have our Prime. That's just Prime. He is, wow, what's that? Oh, he comes with an alternate head, it looks like. Let's do it this way. So here's it's got 2 different heads. This one has, that's weird. Is that, that's his head. Is that a, did he have an evil version in the show? Mutant Mask Prime. Is that what this is? Is this the chase? Oh yeah, it is. We got the swords right off the bat. Right off the bat. Holy crap. Let's look at the card. And there's our card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right too. Firewall, I think you called it. This is the chase, because the regular one did not have swords on the box, at least. Wow. That's something else. Okay, so here's the back of the card with the instructions. Oh, that's cool. All right, let's put these instructions closer to me. They're pretty small. All right, let's get this thing built. Okay, so we need to. We got this. Looks like he's gonna have. I think it looks like this is gonna go. These are gonna plug into here. That's gonna be his back. Let's see if I can find a chest piece here. I think that's going to be this right here. So we'll plug that into the front. Let's see. Here's his. So we got his head. Do we have? Okay, so that's a fist, swords, feet. Okay, here's the color separation for his eyes. So we only got one of them, so I'm going to have to choose which head to put on. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put on this one right here. I think I'm going to use the regular head for now. And let's see, we can go ahead and plug it onto the body. Reference to OG Beast Wars toys. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Was that an American thing, or is that in America too, or is it just Japanese? All right. Let's figure out these other pieces. I wish they did two color separation so I could just be, well, because does this pop off easy? Let's see. Okay, so that stays on. And we can just pop this on like this. All right, so at least that's easy. Okay, here's his waist. And we'll plug it into the ball joint. There's a little dot for a belt on the front to indicate that. And then there's some text printed on the back. Let's see, what do his legs look like? Okay. So okay. I don't think I ever had any of the first wave of the toys. Okay, I want to figure out what is arms and what are legs. I think this is a leg right here. This little gunmetal piece right there. There's the other one. And then looks like his forearms. Hold on a sec. I've got to mute for a second, okay? All right, sorry about that. I have a visitor. Okay, so let's see. Kind of looking to see. I think this is his forearm with the peg on it, because I think these gun. Okay, yeah. So these guns are gonna peg in right here. So that's his forearm. Let's see. What's the other part of his arm? I think it's this part right here. So we're gonna, whoops. Put the ball joint into here. And that will be, I think that fits. Let's see. This would go over here. All right, and then we could put one of his fists in. Like that. And let's build his other arm. Okay, there's the lower part. Okay, yeah. I don't think I watched the show, but I didn't get any of the figures, I think, until the Transmetal started, if I remember right. Oh, we need his hand right here. So he really is armored up. Okay, so I put in, I think we're gonna have to put his shins together. So we got this part right here, and they're gonna sandwich together. It looks like this red part's gonna be a kneecap. Then we can put a foot in here. And the foots look like they're symmetrical, so it doesn't matter what side you put on. I think the leg looks fairly symmetrical too. All right, put together like that. Let's put together his other side. Sandwich those two together like that. Then put his foot in. There we go. Okay, so that's him put together. Now I got this piece right here. Okay, it looks like it's going to go on the back, maybe. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna... Okay, this part right here is upside down. This back plate. So I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna flip it. And actually I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. It's gonna clip right here on onto his back. I think actually I'm gonna put it so it's gonna be like this. I'm gonna have these kind of holes on top, and then I'm gonna clip his back on like this, and then these will drop. Whoops, if his head doesn't get in the way. And these will be guns for his shoulders. And then for swords, we can put them in the hands. Like this, or we have the option to clip it, peg it into this back right here. So he's got some weapon storage. I wish these guns right here had pegs on them so he could use them as handguns instead of just pegging into here or having the peg on the arm. But that is what it is. So that's kind of cool that they thought about storage. Since Waspinator and Tarantula's heads were based on their respective mutant heads, while the toy themselves for those two had additional normal bot heads. Okay. I think since I don't have too much attachment for this mutant head, for now, I think I'm going to do the traditional primal head. And there is our first box. We got the rarest primal, the figure I wanted, which never happens. It looks really good. So this blue is a metallic blue, and so's the sword hilts. And then these more robotic parts right here are metallic. But, well, actually, every part's a little bit metallic, but it's not so metallic that it's distracting to where, I don't know, we'll have to compare this part to his, we're getting to his alt mode when we open that one up. We'll do a little comparison to see if his beast mode is metallic. All right, that's cool. Here he is compared to this Optimus Prime from Defenders 1. So I'm going to put him aside, and let's start with box number 2. So by the way, the bio on Primal's original toys, they state that his swords are called spinal swords. His primal swinging is those now. That's, I don't know. That seems kind of odd for that'd be his spine. I don't remember seeing it. See, now I'm gonna have to just watch Beast Wars all over again, I think. I think I'm we'll have to see what the animation was like on that. All right, next figure. Oh, we got a Megatron. It looks like it is Beast Mode Megatron. All right. Oh, no, it's not Beast Mode. That's Robot Mode. Yep. Here's his head right here. Okay. My mistake. Robot Mode Megatron. All right, let's get him together. Let's see what we got here. Looks like this might be a back plate. Okay, so this is clearly his front. It looks like maybe these two are just going to go ahead and sandwich together, maybe? No, there's got to be something in between. So, right? Okay. This is the, okay, so this piece is going to peg into this piece right here. Okay. They were stored inside his back? Okay. See, my first Optimus Primal was the Transmetal one. I don't even think... He didn't have swords. He had, like, I think he had maces. if I remember right. All right, so I put the back on there. And then we're going to go to his head, and I'm going to go ahead and put the color separation in. And we're going to put the peg side up on that. And then it's hard to see because his eyes are so deep. It's kind of even hard to see that red in there. And we can pop that on there. And let's see what are we gonna have for his. Okay, looks like these are shoulder pads. And they have some nice kind of sculpting textures or texture sculpted in. I'll put one there. And that's not it. Where's the other one? That's not it. This is it. Put the other one right here. And it's got a nice little indentation there so that he's going to be able to do a cross right there. Okay, okay, so his forearms are going to be pretty cool. So this tail is going to go on his left side. Like that. And then his fist is going to go right here. So let's see, we need his left hand. That's this one. And we're going to plug the ball joint into there. Okay, so there's his left arm. That's huge. And then we got the top of this T-Rex head. What's going to go in there? It has some color separation for the eyes right here. So it looks like there's a peg right here. So I'm going to just peg it in like so. I believe. Does that work? Maybe not. Yeah, that should work. Okay, just like that. And you can see the red in there. And then this, I'm sure, we're going to find the lower jaw right here. And it's going to just plug into that hinge right there. And then there we go. Now we have room for a blast effect, but this isn't the special one, so we don't have it didn't come with the blast effect. Let me see what I got here. I have this. This is not going to fit. No, this is for the Optimus Prime's weapon. So I may have to go through some of my Hasbro stuff and see if I have a blast effect that fit this sometime. Okay, so and then we're just going to plug this head right into there. And let's see. Oh, we're going to catch up with the chat. Let's see. Surfboard monkey. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Transmetal one. Blokees would make a set of just Transformers weirdos like Monster Bots, 8-Face. Triple Changers would be cool. Yeah, I wonder how they'd handle. I wondered how they could handle Pretenders if they make some. If they could just armor up some human figures or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna put his waist. There's some print on the front there, and there's none on the back, so that'll be facing front. Then these bright purple ones are gonna go. These are gonna be his thighs. And then we need to get his lower legs set up. So we got these two pieces right here. I believe they're going to fit just like this. Because there's a peg here and there's a hole right there. And then we got our little dino feet. Put on the bottom. Okay, so I don't know how that would work because I'm honestly, I thought the inner bots looked kind of boring. So I don't know. I never, when I had when I was a kid, I never played with the inner bots on their own. It was always with them in their pretender shell. But that's just me. I think I just had, what was the one, it was like Submariner Mariner or something like that. The fish one. I had him. Though I wanted Skullgrin, definitely. Never got Skullgrin, though. And I didn't even really like the Autobot Pretenders. I thought their shells even looked boring. I think my brother had Cloudburst, if I remember right. And there is Megatron. This one's really cool. I like it. I like his. They did his arms really good, really well. Gonna have to see if I can track down a blast effect. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be maybe a 3mm hole or peg for that. It's too small for a 5. So I don't know where I'm gonna. I'll have to look around. Yep, he looks really good. So is the Prime. So far, so good. So these, I'm hoping we didn't just open up the 2 best figures in the set right off the bat. All right, box number 3. All right, red and blue. So that is... Oh, Ultra Magnus, right? Yep. Ultra Magnus. All right, let's see. There's the card. Now, one thing is I noticed, I think, if I remember right, these cards used to have a lot of hollow stuff on, like hollow foil or something on them. And that's missing from them now. I think it was the Defenders that had that. Okay, so his upper chest is fairly complete. So, need to find his back. Looks like it's just a simple red piece right here with 2 pegs going into his back. Yeah, Bludgeon would be cool. Bludgeon's always cool. He had, yeah, as a samurai with the skull face, yeah. Let's see. I almost think they should just make their pretender forms as like figures. Maybe they shouldn't bother with the... So Thunderweek wasn't that a combination? Okay, we're gonna put this peg in first. Two jets combined together, if I remember right. Were they Power Masters? I might be wrong. I might be remembering that one. Okay, then here's his waist. There's print on his waist for the front. Nothing on the back. And he's got these kind of light gray dove gray. Thighs. So there's that. Kind of doing it a little different this time. So here's the front of his leg. I'm going to do the legs first this time. Just sandwich those two pieces together. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So he wasn't a Power Master then. I'm thinking of someone else. Am I thinking about Dreadwing and or something like that? Maybe I'm trying to. I'm thinking there were two Power Master jets that could combine to a larger jet. All right, and then he needs feet, and these are kind of pretty standard feet that we've been used to on a lot of our Defender bots. All right, looks like these are kind of the standard shoulders that we've seen before, but let's see, do they go here? Do they go directly on? That's interesting. The directions have an Autobot symbol on one of them, but neither one of these has an Autobot symbol on it. So I'm wondering if that's production error or packing error, maybe. Okay, I think this is going to go here. I'm kind of winging it right now. Oh, no, 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 no. Yep, that's the problem with me winging it. Those were lower arms. All right, this. Okay, this one doesn't have an Autobot symbol at all, so that's going to go on the left side. And then this one has an Autobot symbol right here, and that's going to go on the right side. All right, that makes more sense now. So I need to, and these are actually the lower arms. Dreadwing and Darkwing, or Dreadwind and Darkwing, yeah. Hey, Glenda, how are you doing? All right, so get the fist in. Left fist over here. Right? Oh, these are upside down. All right, then the fist can go in. All right. Bet you no one thought they're going to show up to see someone just incorrectly put these together. All right, and then this. Okay, there's a peg on the shoulder, and there's a hole right here. And it looks like it's just going to peg in like this. So there's no really missile nose right there, so I think you could put them on either side. It doesn't matter which one goes on which side. And there is a little, he's got a blaster, little Defender Magnus. Pretty simple compared to the Galaxy one, but he looks pretty nice. Same size as Megatron, so he's not big like Ultra Magnus usually is. All right, let's put him off to the side, and we'll start with get ready for box number 4. So Galaxy version 9, Trypticon's chest can open, allow you to store. Oh, that's cool. Maybe. Yeah. They didn't pick Magnus. That was white. Get a bunch of those. Yeah, yeah. Now I see that too. You're right. They didn't. All right. Maybe I'll paint his antennas white. So I think I just got. I noticed shipping label has been, or the postal office shipping label has been printed for my Galaxy 9 set. So hopefully it'll be here by next Monday for next week's stream. Because I'm kind of excited about that one. The new version of Optimus Prime was so good. I can't wait to see Megatron. All right, where is, okay. And then we got Vortex's vehicle mode. This is a component we will need for one of Bruticus's arms. So we're going to start off with this piece. I believe it looks like it's going to rotate like this. It's where these slots are facing up. And then we got two sides to put on. It looks like, okay, so we got two pegs, two holes, and it looks like this peg is gonna be up, I think. Maybe not. Do I get this upside down? Hold on. Unless this goes on the other side. Okay, hold on. Maybe this peg goes down. Well, it fits like this. Okay, so it fits like this. All right. I got it. Then let's see, what's the other side? Other side. Oh, there's a peg on both sides. Okay. All right. So got that fit on like that. Then we got this piece is going to peg into these two down here. It's going to peg in like this. And we have, let's see, this looks like his nose. Okay, so we got 3 pegs and 3 holes right there. I think they should just make I think they should just do the shells as bots, the pretender shells as bots. I kind of, if they do pretenders, I think, yeah, I don't know if they need to bother with the bots as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so we got this, this looks like a elbow knee joint from Galaxy. And it's going to plug in right here. And it looks like it's going to serve as his nose gun. And it can go up if we want it to. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay, next we have this piece is going to just plug in like that. Then we got his tail. Looks like, okay, so there's a plug right there. And then there's a little tab right here. So you know that it's going to plug in like this. Gotta make sure it's lined up so the tab goes in. Then we've got this little piece right here. And that spins. That's kind of cool. And then we're going to put 2 pegs, 2 holes, like that. And then the rotor piece will plug in like this. And it spins not quite as freely as this does, but that's pretty good. So there's Vortex. Got a little Decepticon logo on one side, not on the other. So we'll eagerly await the accessory pack so we can make him part of Bruticus. Box number 5. They could probably do a blackout using Vortex. I think that's kind of who I thought Blackout was when I first saw the movie. I kind of assumed he was Vortex. All right, looks like we got Slag, Dino Mode, or is that Sludge? They don't have the English names on here anymore that I see. All right, let's see. Actually, I need to flip this over. All right, we got, looks like we're gonna start off with this piece right here. And we're gonna lay this piece inside it. I think like this. Maybe. No, like this. Okay. It's going to fit to where this ramped part is on top. And this piece, I believe, is going to plug in right here. I think. I don't know, it doesn't look right, does it? Do we have another piece like it? Nope, not really. Okay, I think that's right then. That doesn't... For some reason, that looks weird to me, but I think we'll soldier on and see if maybe we'll find out later it's a mistake. Okay, so this side piece, this peg right here looks like it's going to go into this hole right here. And then the other side will have a similar peg on that side, and then this right here. They'll clip together like that. I don't think so. I think Bayverse is staying in classic. I feel like that that's the way it's gonna be like that. I'm personally not a huge fan of a lot of the Bayverse designs. I mean, I guess some of them could look pretty good in Defender. Megatron could probably look decent in Defender. Oh, it's Snarl? Oh, okay, thanks. Let's see. I think we need to put this ball joint in here. There we go. And then, where's his head? Oh, we'll need to put his head together. So we got that piece. And then we got this blue piece. That's going to fit in there like this. There's 2 pegs for that, for the top part of the blue piece to fit in like that. And then he should have his jaw somewhere. Here, is this it? Nope, that looks like a foot. That looks like a foot. I'm hoping I didn't leave his jaw in the bag. Might have. All right. Yep, I think so. Did that fall out? Oh, but I still don't see anything. I thought I felt something in there, though. Let's see. Got a couple of bags lying around here. Well, we may be putting them together without his jaw then. Okay, we'll go ahead and pop the head on then. Maybe it'll magically appear. Okay, so that's on. And then we need to, okay, so these black pieces, there's thighs, and then they'll go into these ball joints. I should always double pack tap the bags. Wouldn't be a live stream without me messing up a figure. Oh, it did fall out. There it is. See, it magically appeared. All right, and he should. There we go. That snaps on there. Doesn't close all the way, but I don't think it needs to. All right. And let's see. Okay, so for these pieces, we'll need to plug in these ball joints. Like that. And then we'll need to put in the tiny feet on the end here. And then that ball joint will plug into here. Like that. I'll put the other one, ball joint in the other one. That one fits really good. The other one, let me see. I'm starting to wonder if there's 2 different sizes of ball joints. Let's see, I'm gonna try to press this one in and get further. Oh, okay. That one wasn't pressed far enough in. I thought I heard a snap when I pressed it in the first time. Okay. There's that. Oh, he needs a foot here. And then his spines go here. His tail is going to plug in right here. And then there's our snarl. He looks okay. I don't know. Actually, it is, isn't it? But that's kind of how it fits. This one, I don't like him. I don't think I like him as a. I don't think I like this Defender version. It looks kind of awkward to me. Well, all right, let's put him aside. Let's go to the next one. Let's see, we are on box number 6. And we did get an extra little ball joint piece with him. Oh, hey, I missed Private Fish said hi earlier, and I totally missed that. Sorry about that if you're still here. I wasn't purposefully ignoring you. All right, let's see what we got for our 6th box. And probably, I think I'm going to try it next week if it comes in. If it comes in next week, I'm going to box it next week. If it doesn't come in by Monday afternoon, then probably do something, a classic. Probably, what's the next? Let me see what the next classic in line is. Looks like the next classic I have in line is Scourge. So maybe Scourge next if that Galaxy class box doesn't come in. I'll do Scourge, but if it comes in by Monday afternoon, I'll do that. I'll unbox it next week. Like I said, the printing label or the shipping label was printed. Oh, this is Rodimus Unicronus. Is that Unicronus? Is that what Unicronus? Is that his name? He's like a evil hot rod with a mustache. Yeah, probably a classic Scourge or something. It's probably going to be a classic. And then I'm going to order, when I get paid Friday, I'm going to order Spider-Man Galaxy 6. Because it looks like, I really like the last Spider-Man Galaxy set. And I think I really need 6 is going to come up with a lot more villains, so. But that'll probably be a few weeks. All right, there's that. And I think this goes on his back. Whoops, let me get this on camera. And let's see. For his arms, I think it looks like these are going to be the. Yep. So that goes there. Yeah, Rodimus Unicronus. I'm really hoping we do 9 next week. But I have a severe classic class backlog. I've only put together 3 out of all the ones I have. So, okay, I was not YouTubing. I was not doing YouTube when the first Transformers One wave came out. So that was opened off camera, and I have not purchased the second one yet. I'm kind of waiting for it to come out at Walmart, and it should be next. I'm kind of thinking maybe next few months, because that is hands down the cheapest way to buy it is if you could find a box at Walmart, because I believe they're still selling them for $5 a box. So that means you get the whole, or $5 per figure, which means you can get a whole box for about $45. Unless the prices come way down on AliExpress. I haven't checked that set in a while. It seems like something else has always come out on AliExpress that I wanted to get when it was time to purchase that set. And a lot of the stuff in that set, or a lot of the stuff in that set has a classic version. So, for me, it's kind of a hard set to get excited about, because partially because of that. And I'm just putting these two together, these legs together. I don't have the... I'll get the set someday. I just don't know when. Because I'm sure there's good stuff in that set. And another thing that's kind of a strike against it, it's a set right before the new articulation came out. So I feel like I'm kind of just getting some old stuff. You know, I don't know. I'll get it. It's just the win. Because Blokees is putting out a lot of stuff faster now. Especially with, we got the Spider-Man stuff. We've had a little bit of Star Wars out. Jurassic Park stuff. It seems like every time I was about ready to pull the trigger on that, what is it, set 7, right? Something else came out. Okay, so this, I think it goes on like this. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Because I like the movie. I like Transformers 1. And here's his gun. So it's got a lot of metallic silver on him. The hands aren't. And actually these aren't either. But these are metallic. This is metallic. And his gun's metallic. I think he's a pretty cool looking figure. I should look at a wiki, because I don't know anything about him. The character. You think they should be flipped? Like this? Yeah, actually, you know what? That does look better. Yeah, that makes more sense. Thank you. All right. Box number 7. right? Yeah, number 7. All right. Halfway through. I guess this is the part where I just talk about the like, comment, subscribe thingy. Appreciate it. It helps, I guess. Especially the subscribe. It's like my, it feeds my ego. Actually, so does the like. Everything feeds my ego. I think that's the most important thing. I get my ego fed right now. Or that I have cool figures. No, it's cool figures. Thin ego. All right. Punch in the bag. And we got, oh, Astro Train. Oh, it's Shattered Glass. Okay. Just gave him a different name in that continuity. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So it looks like we're just simply, oh, you know what? Get too far ahead of ourselves. Here's the card. Did we get Blitzwing last time? I'm trying to remember. All right. Okay, so I've got that, and then let's put the head on. So, same kind of color separation, just make sure the peg's on top. It points up when you slide it in. Then there's that. And it looks like he's gonna have some boxy shoulders. Okay, those are forearms. I don't want to make that mistake again. Okay, so there's his shoulders. Let's see, where's the other one? Here it is. So pop that there. And then we got these. Make sure. Yeah. The one like that. Then we need to put some hands in. Yeah, we should get Octane next time. Yep. Then that'll complete our Decepticon first wave triple changers. We need to get 6-shot sometime. Let's see, lower legs or thighs right there. And we'll have to put together his lower legs. So it looks like it's gonna snap together like that. Lower leg has some nice kind of molded detail on it. So let's press that in harder. Let's see. Same deal with this side. Just press that together. I think Blitzwing's my favorite of the Decepticon triple changers on the first wave. Oh, was it in 4? Maybe. You know, could be. I honestly don't remember. All right, so there is Astro Train, and he's got a little gun. Not a lot of color in him. He kind of looks dead. Kind of paled and stuff. All right, let's get to box number 8. Oh yeah, broadside supposed to be huge, right? Maybe they should just maybe just make him an action class. I don't know how many people are gonna buy action class broadside though. I'm not sure. I am hoping they do an action class Optimal Optimus sometime. That's one I'd do. I actually have the OG figure of that. It's really I like it a lot. It's huge. All right, finally got Cheetor. Let's get him together. He's got some his color separation into his head. That, and let's see, we need to get his chest, upper body done. That's pretty cool. It's got a nice little printing on his chest there, those spots. It looks like this is going to plug in like that. I'll put his head on. And let's see, kind of find his waist. Here it is. This is a really nice metallic blue for his waist. And his face too. It's on his face and his waist. Yeah, I don't remember a lot about Broadside. Let's see. Okay, where am I at? What am I doing? Okay, this blue is for his upper arms. Yeah, it could be. I mean, Megatron shrunk into a gun, so that changing size isn't really. I mean, has always been a thing. Let's see. I think, is this his? Yeah. So these kind of yellow cylinderish pieces are his lower arms. Oops. Okay, let's do it like this. Oops. I probably should have put this to, you know what, I'm going to take this off if I can. And just put it together here. There we go. And then his fists are kind of this metallic, kind of really dark metallic orange. It's like too dark. For me, it's too dark for me to call it gold. All right, got on that time without taking it off. Yeah, especially on these Beast, or on the Beast Wars robots. It's really good. Let's see now. Put that together like this. I think nope. It goes the other way. Oh, goes like this. Yeah. Okay. So just like that. And I'll put a foot on for his leg. This completes his leg. And we'll just pop that onto this ball joint. Actually, I'm just going to put this on now. Right there. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, Blokees is maybe buy less Hasbro. which is probably a good thing for money-wise. Now I do like, so I did do the Studio Series Devastator. And I tell you what, these galaxy-sized Transformers, for me, they're sized perfectly for Studio Series Devastator. They look really good with them. I'm thinking about doing Bruticus. I'm hoping he's the same size as Devastator. I'm kind of afraid he's going to be short. There's Cheetor. His gun's pretty cool. It's pretty stylized compared to a lot of the other ones we usually get. So I'll put him over here by... Oops, he's going to stand by Optimus Primal. Off screen. And then we're going to do box number... Let's see. I think this is 9. 9. Box 9. Oh wow, this box is being wow. So I might need to sharpen this knife. All right. Perceptor, I think. Fall of Cybertron Bruticus. Are they doing? Is that going to be different? So is that going to be a separate Bruticus from the Age of the Primes one? They're going to have Cybertronian. Is it going to have Cybertronian stylized vehicle modes? Yeah, I don't know if... Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll do a lot of the games or not. Hasbro likes doing game stuff. They do that a lot with Marvel, too. Okay, I'm going to put that on top of here. Looks like he's got a back plate, probably. Yeah, that's this. There's that. Let's see, these are going to be forearms. Let's see, what color is his upper arms? Okay, the red upper arms. So that's going to be this piece right here. And then we got these kind of teal forearms. And then let's see, we need did I pull that? Nope, that's the right hand. I need the left. Yeah, I'm wondering how licensing goes with the video games, if the developer has a say in that as well. Because I really want them to re-release Devastation someday on a more modern system like a PS5 or something. I'd take it on Switch too, honestly. Because I actually never played Devastation. I really like to, but getting it physical is not cheap. Fall of Cybertron. Oh, a third party. Yeah. I think I've seen the third party version, pictures of that floating around YouTube. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they would do two Devastators back to back. All right. And then we need to put feet on. And then his shoulder thingy. There we go. His microscope, I guess. And then he's got a gun. And there we go. There's Perceptor. Looks pretty good. Let's put him over by Ultra Magnus. Off here, over here. And we've got box number 10. Oh, that one cut better. All right, almost through. Oh, it looks like we got Beast Mode Primal. All right. Oh, we haven't gotten Beast Mode Megatron yet either. Okay. So... yeah, I think it's not as metallic. The color's similar, but it's not as metallic as that Prime is. All right, we're gonna need a card. We're gonna need the card for this one, I think. Definitely. All right, so there's the card. All right, I gotta see what's going on here. So this is gonna go in a certain way. I think this tab goes towards the back. Yeah. All right. We have not gotten Blast Off, so we have Megatron, Beast Mode, and Blast Off is what's left over. Is what's left. Okay, so here's this. I think his chest is going to go like here. Oh no, I think it flip it. I think. Because there's this groove for the neck here. So I think you want this peg to be close. I think, yeah, there we go. That looks better. And then we need his back. It's gonna go right here. And then let's put his head on. Like that. All right, let's see what we got. I feel like we need some big chunky pieces for his arms. Okay, that looks like an arm. Yeah, that's an arm piece. That's the upper arm right there. And then we got another one over here. Oh, that's a cool blue. Purple, bluish purple. Okay, so now we need, I think, this. Or do I need, hold on, do we need, oh, okay. So it looks like we got the Galaxy elbow joints are going to go in here. I think. And then they're going to peg into this lower arm. I think. Yeah. It's a little ugly. If I can find the Blokees T-Rex, yeah. If let me see how let me see how accessible. Yeah, when we get to the end of the stream, I'll do a quick look for the Jurassic Park T-Rex. Because I have kind of a mess, a Blokees mess right now. But I'll definitely give it a shot. Okay, so this waist has two pieces. It goes together like that. Let's see. And that's going to go, I think it's going to go in. Oh no. Okay, so the belly goes in. Okay, belly facing out. Okay, that makes sense. So he's got some crunch. Let's see. I think this piece is going to go right here. And the other side. Okay, and then looks like this goes in here. And we got another side over here. Whoops, let me get back on camera. And then we got feet. And there we go. All right. There is he's got some crunch on him. There's beast mode. Primal. I think he could use a little bit more texture, fur texture. Or actually, I think he could use some fur texture. Closer to what the robot mode had. Okay, box 11. Circle joint is visible. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so Megatron or Blast Off. Do I put in a guess before I get it open? Blast Off? Okay. Let's see what we got. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Got Blast Off. Looks a little stubby. But it probably had to be to make it work for Bruticus. I mean, he's only going to be in this mode until Bruticus gets here. Now let's see what coin we got. Got the Optimus Primal coin. It's a nice metallic gold. All right, this should be fairly straightforward. I'm going to plug in 2 sides like that. And that. Adorable shuttle. He is going to carry Defender Megatron to his last destination in this little itty bitty shuttle. All right, that goes like that. That goes there. And then this looks like it's gonna go over it. So there's a hole right there, and then there's a peg in here. Like that. So completely covering up that piece. Yeah, I think the I don't know if there's a chase coin. I don't know if there's a rarity on the coins at all. I know there's 3 different ones. I think there's the Primal. There is a Megatron one, and I can't remember what the 3rd one was. But I have no idea if there is a specific rarity. Okay, so there's a hinge right here. So this is going to flap up and down. Was it Astro Train? Yeah, it's Astro Train. You're right. I'm dumb. Yeah. It makes no sense if it was a blast off. And I didn't squeeze the bag good enough too. Or empty the bag good enough. I'm going to have to search the bags later. There's too many bags open now. All right, this is going to go on the bottom here. Okay, is there a specific... Yeah. Okay, so there's tabs on this right here. So this will go in a certain way. And it just plugs in there. And then this plug into here. It's got a nice Decepticon symbol printed. And then finally a little nose here. You know what? I'm missing this and I'm missing this. I need to go through the bag. I'll need to go through the bags again. This was a fail. That's sad. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them. Found one. Found the other one. All right. We're back. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I think they transform into the size that's needed for the plot. I think that's how that works. So this is on a hinge, and these two are on hinges as well. And then this looks like the only piece for plugging an accessory in. So I'm going to say the lower arm goes there. I don't know how. This is probably going to come apart somehow. We'll worry about that when we get Bruticus's accessory pack. All right, last box. And this is Megatron Beast Mode. I hope they do transmetals to these. All right. All right, we're going to empty the bag this time. All right, bag is empty. Oh, goody, goody. We got the blast effect. It came in here. Okay, good, 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 good. That'll leave me not having to hunt. Hopefully it'll work with both Megatrons. All right, let's see. Okay, looks like we're going to do the body first. Okay, so here's one side, here's one side. Then here's the core. So let's see, how's this gonna... Okay. So you got 3 pegs here for these 3 holes. So just get them matched up. You get them matched up, and this ball joint needs to poke through here. Like that. Then we need to plug the other side in. Again, we're just going to match up all the pegs and the ball joint into there. Then we're going to have to really... This one needs to be mashed in. This side needs to be mashed in more. I hear a lot of snapping noises. Looks... All right. Takes a little wiggling and pressure to get that. You think so? We're gonna do some digging. I guess we're gonna have to dig for that dinosaur. Did I bring a... I need to... Let's see. Did I put a flashlight over here? Oh, I did. Okay, pull that out for our search. Okay. Okay. So we need to put his little stubby arms in. Got one for the side. It'd be cool if they're both the same. You might be right. You know what? This kind of... I feel like he has more texture, though. I don't know. We're going to find out. We'll find out. Okay, so we got his head. And then we got to put his eye separation in. I think... Is that how it's going to go in? Or is it gonna... There we go. All right, then we need to put his jaw on. All right, like that. I built, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. We could should check that too, actually. Hold on. Okay, so I'll just plug in like that. And let's see. Put the tail together. It's just putting the two halves together. And then we just need to put legs together. So we got this part right there, and that's going to plug into this. Okay, so it's going to just pop in this way. And then he needs a foot. I'm going to plug this over here into this ball joint sticking out. Let's see. Did I do that right? You know what? That looks... Is that right? I think that looks better. Probably could. I think they're the same. I think they're the same, exact same model. Whoops. I just popped the other leg off. Oh, because I needed. Okay, there we go. Let's check it out. Okay. Megatron. We're going to explore Megatron a little bit. All right. There's that. Oh, was it? Okay, I get it. Yeah. So, this one came with the blast effect. Which means, of course, since they're the same head, we now have a blast effect for Robot Mode 2 as well. Whoops. So now he's got a blast effect. Now let me see real quick if I can dig out the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Here, put that on camera for your viewing pleasure while I look real quick. Dinosaurs. Let's see, we got Spider-Man, some Galaxy class, Transformers. Defenders. Galaxy class. Light up. Where did I put those dinosaurs? Minions. Star Wars. Oh no, are they way down here? They are way down here. Hold on a sec. Alright. They're under some Nerf guns. Hold on a sec. Let me unbury them. I guess that makes sense when you're digging up the dinosaurs. Right. Okay, I think I got him. Let's see what we got here. That's that T-Rex skeleton we did. Let's see, that's not what we want though. All right, here he is. Okay, so definitely different model, different size too, but so we'll I'm gonna change the camera angle in a sec. Let me get one more thing. All right. Let's see what I could do. Okay. Flipping through some stuff real quick. Okay, comparison. Okay, Megatron. And they got some similarities. The core goes together a little. This has a little bit blockier core part, and then I would say the Jurassic Park T-Rex is actually a lot more complicated. Is a little bit more complicated than the Defender's Megatron. This Defender's Megatron. Just a little bit. And then there's definitely a size difference between them. Let's readjust the camera. Let me clear out some stuff real quick. And let's see. All right. Let's make the light front facing. So there's the Jurassic Park T-Rex. And then there's Megatron. Kind of right behind him. So the Megatron's definitely a lot more cartoony, smaller. I don't think I could just pop off this head and put him on Megatron's arm. No, the ball joint is bigger. Yeah. So there's a size difference in the ball joints. To where it won't fit. So there's that. All right, so here's our set. Get him standing up. All right, so we got our special. This is very cool. Take the Meg's tail arm and replace it with the head from beast mode. So, so you're like, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, so take this off. and do this. So we got dual heads, a two-headed. Then if I had a second blast effect, he could just be going ham. Customization. Yeah, that's cool. And then that won't work. I can't give him a. That head won't fit the way the ball joints, or that tail won't fit the way this ball joint's positioned. However, maybe. Nope. The alternate head for Primal won't fit there either. So we've got a headless beast mode. And a double dino fisted Megatron. That's cool. We'll go ahead and put him back real quick. Oh, everything messed up going around. Okay. Oops. Let's see if I can get him to stand up with the blast effect. Kinda. There we go. Whoops. And then we'll have a Primal defending himself. And then we need to get Cheetor in here. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I can do that. So you take the back legs. Okay, so the quest was to put back legs of Snarl onto base mode Megatron. No, I cannot because. Whoops. Hold on. The peg on or the ball joint on Snarl is way bigger than on Megatron. That won't work. No problem. I thought it'd be funny too. They are. Blokees has decided that it won't be fun. They will not make it fun for us to do that. All right, so here's our set. Let's see if I can get everybody in camera. Whoops. Oh, here's a comparison. Here's a comparison we haven't done. Get those out of the way. We got Defenders Primal versus Classic Primal. So there's how those two scale together. And that's I didn't do this on camera. I think I had camera problems that night I tried to put him together. So ended up not doing a stream that night. But there is those two. I don't have the classic primal alt mode put together yet. Maybe we'll do that one next week and compare those two. Beast Wars Defender Primal versus Classic. You know what? That's what I want to do. I'm going to do that. We're going to do if Galaxy 9 does not come in, I will do Classic Primal. Classic Primal, which I have it, right? Let me make sure I got it. Yes. Got them right here. So we'll have those two. Then I'll have both modes done for Classic. Then we'll get to Scourge at some point. All right, so I think that I can't wait to see to get all the Bruticus put together. I'm not gonna dig out all the Combaticons until then. We'll see how all the vehicle modes look together when we do the Bruticus stream. That one will probably be a short stream. So whenever I can get a hold of Bruticus for a decent price, because right now it's just too much to really. I think they're selling the accessory kit on AliExpress on its own. I think it's about $40, and then you can get, I think it's $60 if you want to get the accessory kit and then all the extra copies of the Combaticons. And what they do is they just open it and confirm, because I think in China you have to actually scan in a QR code on each card to claim your accessory kit. I think it's like kind of a mail-in thing. I might do that. I might do a Bruticus. I'm trying to remember what I did on Devastator. I'm gonna have to go rewatch my Devastator stream to see how I handled that stream. But I might be able to do too. It depends on how hungry I am that night. Maybe on how long I'm going to stream. All right. Speaking of which, is probably time for me to start thinking about making a meal. I appreciate everyone. It looks like a lot of people have come in and out on this stream. 56 views altogether. Of course, Firewall, you've been here the whole time, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate the conversation. I appreciate the engagement. So anybody else watching this afterwards, when it goes up, I appreciate your views. I appreciate any future likes and future subscriptions. But take care, Firewall. Until next time, have fun.